What's going on, everybody? How's it going today? Alright, so we are going to talk about the Dakra Prime. I was asked to make a build video on this weapon. I was going to, but I was asked to make one, so I got into it quicker. Before we get started, just a quick reminder, leave comments, questions below. If you want to see a frame build or a weapon build in particular that I haven't bought out yet, because I know I've got a list of them to do, leave a comment and let me know which one you'd like to see first. For that would possibly help you out, and if I've got it done and ready, I'll make a video for it. Otherwise, the Dakra Prime. First, I'm just going to show you a little clip that I did last night with Zetas. Went into the dojo, and he had the new Obek weapon out, but it was only a rank 6. And of course I brought the Dakra Prime in, and just a quick clip here to show you the damage the Dakra Prime can do. Can't compare the Obek yet. We're going to compare the Obek, myself and Zetas, when it reaches level 30 to the Kogaki, and we'll see in the dojo how that works out. But Dakra Prime, okay. What stands out with the Dakra Prime is the attack damage at 55 is the base. Okay, not the charge attack. Charge attack is only 80, so there's really not much of a difference. When we do the calculations,
you have defeated your challenger.
Let me go into here. When we do the calculations on the Dakra Prime, there is really not much of a difference between the charge and the damage. So you want to build it damage heavy versus charge heavy. Okay. So bear with me. I did some calculations. I'm hoping that I got this stuff correct. I'm just basing it off what I read on the cards, so just simple calculations from there. I don't read the wikis and stuff like that and get into those weird, if this does that and then that does this type of thing. So how I've got this thing built, let me go through that first. And in the background you're going to see some video between Infestation and the Grenier. For the video I used the Rhino. I turned off the Seeker on my carrier, so there was no weapon on the carrier, and it is just pure melee that I'm running for these. Okay, it's myself and Zetas in there, and this build is a conversation that myself and Zetas had to try to optimize the build and get the most out of it. So hopefully you like it. Do try it if you do. How do we have it set up? First, we got a pressure point, 120% max melee damage. I got a rendering strike here. It's a 60% charge damage, 60% armor piercing damage. I'm worried more about armor piercing on this. And it also fits in, these two fit into their own polarity slots. Okay, they were the highest that I have in terms of card wise, so I stuck them in their polarity slot. Then I also have a Sundering Strike mod, which is another plus 90% armor piercing, and you're going to say yes, that means that's 150% armor piercing. You don't need anything over 100, technically. I'll get into that later. Spoiled Strike, which is a corrupt card mod. This is optimizing the damage, so it's another plus 100% damage, though you're subtracting 20% speed for your attack. No biggie. Maxed Fury mod, 60% speed, additional speed. Maxed Range mod, plus 60% range for the reach. Maxed Focused Energy, so plus 40% charge speed, plus 60% electrical damage. And then a Molten Impact to add a little flavor, so that's maxed at a plus 90% fire damage. Okay, so those are the cards I'm using for this build. This is for me, or for myself, and actually for Zetas as well. This is the optimal, and you can see it inside the videos, hopefully. So how does this work out? How do the calculations change? So your base damage is 55. Now if I am adding essentially 220% more damage, pressure point at melee damage 120, and the spoiled strike at 100%, okay? And then I'm adding an additional 50% from the armor piercing, because at 100% your armor piercing is done. Anything above 100% becomes additional damage. So it doesn't become armor ignore damage. In fact, it becomes additional damage and ignores all the armor for regular enemies. So basically anything above 100%, like I said, becomes straight damage. So now we're at 270% damage. So a 270% damage increase over the base 55 makes every strike at 203.5 damage, making it more effective than what would be if you did a charge build. The max charge build would give you 248 damage. So you decide, take the time for charging or just go straight damage. And you'll see in the video it's straight damage for me. So we're at 270% additional damage. So 203.5 is our calculated damage. Our charge damage does go up from 80 to 128, 60% by having this rendering strike mod in here. So it's helpful if you hit it, but it's not what we're building it for. We've had electrical damage, so an extra 60% electrical damage, so that's good against Grenier Corpus. We've got fire damage, of course. Fire damage is great against everything, so 90% on that. The attack speed, which we said was 60%, but we lose some here in the spoiled strike, so we're still having an effective 40% increase, which if you're looking at the videos, you can clearly see that 40% increase is huge. Armor piercing we talked about, so we have a 60% reach mod, so I can reach things much farther away, and then the charge speed at plus 40% from the focused energy. So again, heavy damage. Sure, it's not the most damage capable melee weapon out there, but it's a very good weapon. It's cool to look at. It's fun to play, as you can see. And this is the best build I can come up with myself and Zetas. So please let us know. Try it out. See what you think. I mean, you see it on the left-hand side. That's just the only reason I used Rhino was because I could just show you straight melee and not actually use any of my other weapons at the time. So that's it. That's the setup as we have it. Hopefully you like it. Hopefully you try it. Leave comments. Like I said, if you want to see a weapon or a frame build that I haven't done yet, please let me know. I plan on doing Ember. Plan on doing Volt, because everybody tries to use, everybody in the beginning uses Volt, so what's a good way to build Volt, right? I have Trinity. I eventually want to bring out. I have to work on Trinity to get the right combination. But let me know in comments below if you have tried this build out, you like the build. If you've got a different build, you want to see me switch a card. These cards should all be fairly easy to get. A couple of them, obviously, one is Corrupt Mod, which is done in the Derelict. The couple are from Nightmare modes, which you just run some base level Nightmare modes and you should be able to get those cards pretty easy. Otherwise, I'm going to roll out with a little bit of footage here, not much because it's just exterminates, so it wasn't anything special like the like doing a survival run or anything. But hopefully you enjoyed it. Hit that like button if you did. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Much appreciated. And thank you for watching. And we'll catch you in the next episode. See you later.